We got another one. Got him. Got another one. Good morning, everybody. It's Bubba here, and today I'm showing you my favorite way to catch bass during the summertime, and that is with the wacky worm. Now, the one reason why I love using the wacky worm during the summertime is because 1, it's muggy out, 2, hot out, 3, just no bueno. So pretty much the reason why I love using the wacky worm during the summertime is because when you have it rigged in the middle, both the ends of the worm flap up and down, up and down, up and down when going in the water, twitching it like we are right now. And especially if you use a Senko like I do, with how much salt content is in that Senko, it just slowly falls down, the ends stick up, and then it'll come down, you pop it, and then, you know, it'll do all the commotion. And another reason why I love using the wacky worm during the hot summertime is because I like to say bass are kind of like us humans. When it's hot, muggy out, etc., etc., I want to do as little work as I can and not do as much to get a snack, get something to eat, resulting in them striking. That's just how I view it. Because the littlest I have to do during the summertime to get something to eat, munch on, whatever, the better. So that's my favorite way to use a Senko, or my favorite lure during the summertime, is a wacky worm setup. And bass, I will tell you, bass love the wacky worm setup. So I pretty much just got to the pond here probably like 5 minutes ago. I was just walking around trying to do some spotting on the bank to see if I can find any bass, which I can't because they're most likely probably in the I wouldn't say shadow, but like the shallow points, the shadow areas. If they're out in the middle, they're probably, you know, mid-level, just chilling out, trying to find that perfect cool spot. How deep this pond is here, I absolutely have no clue, and I've tried looking online before, but I just can't find nothing. But with how slow the Senko sinks with the salt content, it'll probably pretty much give it to like that perfect depth where it'll sink slowly, the bass sees it, strikes it, then shakalaka, you got yourself a bass. He's a nice sized guy. He's very, very feisty. I had to struggle with him getting the hook out, but there he is. Our first bass of the video, enjoying the wacky worm. Not only do I love a good wacky worm catch, I do love me a good bass catch in general. Because golly, Buster put up a good fight. I was trying to unhook him and he was just going crazy, which I understand the hook in his mouth. I get that. I'd probably be the same way. But he was putting up a big fight trying to get the hook out, but got the hook out. He swam, he darted off. I was like, golly, Buster was out of here. I think my mission for today is try to cast in more of the shaded areas if I can. That's just grass. Cast more in the shaded areas if I can. I know most of the shades here, like shaded areas at this pond, the water's like super shallow, so I know most likely they won't be chilling out there because I come here. I've been coming to this pond for a good couple of years now. But another thing is with the bass here, you just never know what they're gonna do. So if you're new to fishing and you're stumbling upon this video, you really don't know how to fish a wacky worm. So pretty much, I got a Senko, and then I get a wacky worm tool, and I put this like little O-ring on there just to protect the plastic, and so when the bass bites, it'll most likely shoot up the line. You can still keep your Senko, and it also, the durability on it will be last a lot more longer, instead of just actually hooking through the plastic itself. So when I go to cast it, you know, I normally leave that much line before I cast it. Hopefully y'all can hear me over the plane. And then you just cast it out, let it hit the water, get rid of some of this tension in your line, and then just go pop, pop. Just let it sink a little bit more, because then when you do that little pop pop, it'll give action to the Senko where both the sides go up and down. Let it sink a little bit more. Pop pop. Because the Senko, with how much salt content's in it, it will sink, but not fast. It sinks very slowly. And then you pretty much just keep on repeating that the whole time. You can wait as many pauses as you want. I mean, there's been times where I casted out my wacky worm and it hits the bottom because I'm talking to someone here at the pond, and the bass still bites. And then, so it just depends on your comfort level, how they're reacting to it that day. It's all different. But pretty much just cast it, let it sink for a few seconds, pop pop, reel it in, get rid of that slack, and then just repeat the process. We got another one. I didn't feel him attack it. No, get out of the weeds. No, he's in the thick weeds. Oh no. Yep, he's got a ghillie suit on. But we got him. Don't fight. Look at him. A nice ice largie. Nice ghillie suit, by the way. Check out Largemouth's ghillie suit. Yeah. 12 pound line. Golly. It held up pretty good. I was afraid he was gonna break off because the hook was barely in there. But we got Buddy out of the water, thankfully. He must have snuck up on the wacky worm because I did not feel him hit it at all whatsoever. And then I started reeling in, and I thought we were going through weeds. And next thing you know, I just feel my freaking pole just, you know, going crazy. Like tugging. I'm like, we got ourselves a bass. And lo and behold, here came the bass with the gill. That's probably why he snuck up on it so slowly. It was this ghillie suit. He was trying to be sneaky. Let's see what that bass was doing. Go. No. What the heck, man? He was a small guy, but golly. Well, that's a big party pooper. The funny thing is, I spotted that bass, and I thought I had him. I just didn't have a good hook set, I guess. He was a tiny guy, like probably like that big. Not too big, but you know, it's still a bass regardless of the fact. But oh well. In a way, I guess you could say we caught him, or we catched him. We just didn't. You know what, we're gonna say we caught that one. There we go. So not only can the wacky worm catch bass, I've caught pike on the wacky worm. We caught salad on the wacky worm, and now we just caught someone's snag and get it out of the water. So pretty much the wacky worm is a good old reliable setup to use. Now the real question is, can it bring in the big old hog of a log that steals everyone's fishing lures? That's the real question. I've tried doing that before on the other side of the pond over here that I call the frog spot. Yeah, it didn't work out too well. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the Senko I'm using, the color on it, it's like a black, orange, red copper flake pattern color. I know I also have, what is it? Green pumpkin with chartreuse, like tail tips on it. Those work really good too. It just depends on like the water clarity. If it's dirty, clear, this, that, etc., etc. It also depends, like this pond for example, it just depends on like what time of the year it is, because they will bite something certain. Like for instance, so far this year, the only color they're biting is this one right here that I'm using, the red orange copper flake. That's the only one they've been biting so far this year. And then probably within the next 2 months, I'll probably switch up, and they'll probably want the green pumpkin with chartreuse tail tips on it. It just depends. Every pond, every body of water is different. It's just a as you go situation, you know. But I've been doing some more casts. I have not had any luck ever since we came off on that one bass. And also reeling in that snag of someone's line that broke off. I've not had any luck ever since. But I'm gonna still keep on doing some casts. who knows. Another thing I forgot to mention is that you can use the wacky worm in different setups. Like, for instance, this one's a weightless one, so it's literally just the wacky worm hook and the actual Senko itself. And then they do sell wacky worm hooks with weights on it, so you can like get down to the bottom, and so like if the bass are deeper in the water, etc., etc. And then you can also rig a wacky worm like a drop shot setup. So pretty much the same concept as the weighted hook, weighted wacky worm hook. It's just drop shot wise. I've never tried it any other method other than just a weightless itself, because I know I said earlier in this video I'm not too sure how deep this pond is, but the one thing I do know is that it is pretty shallow, so it's not that deep. So there's really no reason for me to use a drop shot or weighted wacky worm hook when the weightless works just fine for me here. But those are also other ways and setups that you can use a wacky worm. So just some little knowledge for y'all. Alright, I'm back, y'all. It's been a few days. We're still using the wacky worm. Life just got busy. Also, if you didn't realize, I'm wearing one of these mosquito bracelet things. Yeah, not worth the money. Not really working at all whatsoever. But hey, I'm giving it a shot. The skeeters around here have been pretty wild. Going crazy. I know there's like a horse farm or whatever across the street from this pond. There's horseflies too. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, it's a few days later. We're back at the pond using the wacky worm. One of my favorite lure setups to use during the summertime. And today, today's a dark, gloomy day. It's muggy out. There's a slight breeze, but nothing to brag about. I mean, it's not really cooling it down whatsoever. But it's some. I'll take it. Oh. Got him. I knew there was one biting. What's up, rascal? Oh, he smacked the water hard. Yeah, I'll eat. Got my pole caught on my shirt. Look at you. Right in the upper lip. Well, you guys, we got ourselves a nice largie. Nice sized bass. I don't know if you guys seen it on camera, but he had some line sticking out of his mouth. And I checked, and he had a hook stuck, not in his gut hooked or gills or whatever. Someone must have broke off on him whenever. So he had a hook stuck in his mouth with a line still attached to it. So off camera I got it out so Buster can eat better and just feel more enjoyable swimming through the water. There's a bass and a carp right in front of me. The bass is going for my wacky worm. Come on, get it. The bass is looking right at it. There's a bass and a carp swimming right next to each other like they're best buddies. I was like, what? Oh. We got one. What's up, Buster? He's a nice sized one too. Golly. Come here, buddy. Pretty much on the second cast, we got ourselves a nice largie. You're a big boy. Let's see if you can grow even bigger. We have that nice largemouth hooked in the perfect position, pretty much in the upper corner part of its mouth. That was awesome. I love using the wacky worm setup during the summertime. And like I said earlier in the video, it's just got that perfect fall slowing movement, and then both ends of the worm just flap up and down when it's going down, and then obviously when you twitch the worm, your pole, however you want to say it, it does more of the commotion with the flaps, and then you just get nice sized largemouth like that. And it's like an adrenaline rush. But yeah, I love fishing so much, especially after a bass catch. Oh, good googly moogly, that was awesome. Got another one. Oh, he's tiny. He's a little baby. Oh my goodness gracious, you are a baby. I just caught probably the smallest bass in this pond ever in my past 4 years of coming here. Golly. That was generally the smallest bass I think I've ever caught in this pond. Oh my gosh. My pinky was probably bigger than little guy. Like, golly. He was hungry. I'm gonna start, whenever I catch a little bass like that, or even any little fish, I'm gonna start carrying live bait on me and just feed them so they grow bigger. Cause that thing was tiny. But I will say I am happy we caught him on like just a single hook, because when you catch those little ones on a treble hook, oh my goodness, they are freaking, they go crazy on that thing, and then you end up getting stabbed by the treble hooks. Go. Like normal, I was on my phone and I felt someone hit it. Oh, it took a good while to get another one. Yeah, I was on my phone messing around like always, and we got this little guy. Thank you for biting after like an hour of fishing, Buster. I appreciate it. But yeah, that last cast I did, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like bubbles forming right there. It was something like that, but like right there. And I decided to cast right there. And then I went on my phone because I heard it go off, so I had to go check what it was. As I'm looking at my phone, next thing you know, I just see my line bolting off, and they started pulling drag. I was like, what the heck? So I hurried up, pressed record, set the hook, and got a bass. And I was like, golly. He was a tiny guy. Not like tiny like that one we caught earlier, but he was pretty small compared to the other ones we've caught here in this video. But he took off like crazy. I was like, whoa there, Buster. Calm down. Golly. But hey, that's a bass, so I'll take it. I kid y'all not. I was reeling my Senko in, and the bass just was like chilling right here. He went to go jump for it. Do it again. I'm not losing it. Unless it was a frog I'm mistaking it for. No, what was that? A bass or a frog? I couldn't tell. That looked like a frog. I thought I seen lake. Oh, yep, that's a frog. I thought it was a bass for a minute. No way. I hope y'all can see that on camera. What the heck? Well, that was the last cast. I was casting for another good 30 to 40 minutes after that whole frog incident, if y'all seen that on camera. If not, I'll probably cut it out, so y'all probably be confused. But yeah, not catching any more bass. It's just getting way too hot out, so I think they're just pretty much chilling out in cover for the day, not going too crazy. But it is what it is. We caught a good amount of bass this video, and that was my favorite. Like this, I just want to show y'all my favorite way to catch a bass during the hot summertime for days like today, where it's like 90 degrees out and it's all humidity. But once again, thank you guys for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like, share, and subscribe. And let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see in the future for videos, so I can improve on, since I'm still new to this, and etc, etc. Until next time, see you all in the next video. Cowabunga.